NBA presentation. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sideline. And a quick look at some of the numbers for LeBron James.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hasn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And now the Lakers starting group. Outside, the wings are Reeves and James. Hayes out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. And for the Grizzlies, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Wells in at the 3 spot. And the Grizzlies start out with the ball. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Here's Reeves. James right side. Hayes with the screen for Reeves. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, Kevin, Taylor Jenkins and I shared a few minutes together. Now, LeBron always #1 on the scouting report. Coach said on top of being a physically dominant player, he's like an extra coach on the court, able to control the game with his basketball IQ alone. Kevin, a big challenge to handle the mental challenge of LeBron James. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Memphis with the ball. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, taking care of the ball has to be their #1 priority. But they also have to stay aggressive. You have to strike a good balance.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
A free throw drops for Finney-Smith. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Morant against Doncic. From 13, Morant with another miss.
Yeah, they might want to think about a high percentage look the next time down the floor.
Tipped away. Bane against Doncic. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Jackson kicks to Morant. Will it go? Driving in, and it's good on the way in.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
Yeah, you know, sometimes all it takes is that first bucket to get a team into a groove.
Now here's Hayes. We saw him with 19 points his last outing, and Finney-Smith gets it to go.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about.
All right, then, it's damn time. Get ready today, like everyone watching.
Let's check out the standings in the Western Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. A look at the Lakers. Advantage in one series. And, of course, there's the Grizzlies. They're tied right now.
And when I look at Memphis, this season has been, it's been solid. But they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
Well, look, they've performed to expectations. But I think this team could take it to another level if they get rolling.
You can see, and, Coach, you can feel jamorant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. The free throw drops for Wells. What a rise for Taylor Jenkins, working his way stand from the G League, an assistant there to NBA assistant, and now to NBA head coach. Wow.
Wow is right, Kevin. And Taylor Jenkins, one of the best coaches in the NBA. This is a guy who just kept grinding and learning. I think sometimes coaches get too concerned about when they're going to get their opportunity. Taylor Jenkins was always concerned about being ready when his opportunity came.
I think you and I are alike. We root for the grinders, don't we? The guys that have really worked to climb that ladder.
I certainly do, Kevin.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Outside, Bain. Morant looking around. Got a piece of it.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Reeves the pass to Finney Smith. Boy, the regular season is coming. It's been a great year, hasn't it?
It's been incredible. Look, the talent level, the skill level in this league, night in and night out, just continues to get better. We see guys making great leaps. I just don't know where the end of this is, Kevin. It just is incredible.
And how lucky are we to get this front row seat? Oh, my goodness.
Every night, we are lucky.
Santi Aldama's checked in for Memphis. And he's good on the second. And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. 7-point differential. Pass to Aldama. And Aldama slams it in.
Well, at nearly 7 feet, throwing it down is probably almost effortless for Aldama.
James finds Doncic. The tray. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Doncic has got 5 points so far.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside, Bain. Back to Morant. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. He has 7.
Well, I think John Joy's taunting them a little bit like this by answering their.
The three for Doncic. Edey with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Morant against Doncic. Crafty move. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Lakers leading by 5. Here's James. And the layup's good off the glass.
Vintage LeBron there, owning the lane. I mean, who's going to stop that?
We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
It's that time, Grizzlies fans. Here comes your
Grizzlies making a change here. Kennard's checked in. The Lakers also with a sub. Vanderbilt's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Doncic against Morant. Pass to Kennard. Here's Edey. His last outing, he had 8 points. The shot's good. Doncic against Morant. Doncic looking it over. Driving inside. Basket good. Doncic has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Pass to Kennard. Back to Morant. Misses the 3. Lakers leading by 7. LeBron outside. Vanderbilt finds Reeves. Got a piece of it. Here's Bain. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Austin Reeves went undrafted, but his success comes as no surprise to him. He says, "I've always felt like I belong." It goes back to childhood. His mom once asked him, "Is this confidence or cockiness?" He told her, "You're basically kind of the same thing." Kevin, back to you.
That's something else. Undaunted. Hey, David, thank you. Here's Reeves. The Grizzlies making the shot. Can't connect from short range. Morant left side. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
All right, a chance to check out the stats
for Kennard. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. He's averaging 10 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
Connect, he's checked in for Austin Reeves. And it's Doncic missing.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And it's Morant missing. Lakers leading by 8. And he lays in the alley-oop.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
Here is the 2K leaderboard. What a terrific defensive performance these teams have had since All-Star. 5th best, the Grizzlies.
I mean, they've got the intimidation factor down low. Their shot blocking really gives them a reputation, and teams may grow reluctant to want to force the action inside.
And he knocks down the first one.
And you know, Kennard is known for his shooting expertise, but his ability to handle the ball and create for others is very overlooked.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Now, Doncic. He had 25 points last game. James in the post. Guarded by Bain. Got a hand on it. They get it back. And Hayes throws it down. And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Morant with it. He's got 9. Pass to Kennard. Payne against James. Kennard with a screen on Vanderbilt. Aldama gets the bucket.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
And every year, and Greg, we agree, Payne seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
And so here's Memphis, following the three by the Lakers. Pass to Kennard. 6 to shoot. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Payne for 3. And rebounded by Connect.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And they recover it. Now Doncic from deep. Edey with the rebound. Doncic against Morant. Stolen by Connect. Down low, here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take
an emphatic LU jam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's Connect. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Pass to Vanderbilt. Now Connect. Kennard covering. Here's LeBron. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Ruff's jacked in, and Pippen subbed in for Morant. And then for the Lakers, Hachimura, he's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Austin Reeves comes in for Connect. And it's Gabe Vincent in for Doncic. Free throw good, LeBron. As a junior college product, Dalton Connect, Greg, didn't have a traditional path to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin. Spent 2 years at a JC, 2 more at a small Division I program. Then used his extra year of eligibility to transfer to Tennessee. And there he became a first-team All-American and turned himself into a first-round pick.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
Lakers leading by 10. Pass to Connect. Back to Vincent. Reeves outside to the inside. Here's Hachimura. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the content.
And when Hachimura is looking to score, it sometimes forces the D to get aggressive. Love the energy.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And the first one drops. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Pass to Huff. Here's Kennard. In the corner, it's Payne. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Well, obviously, Payne has the range for this shot. He's not put off by shooting from the corner.
Here's Reeves. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with a 3 of his own.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Lakers lead by 9. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
And Reeves has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. They've got Jaren Jackson. Pippen is out there with Luka. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Huff in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Reeves gets the bucket.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Pippen, defended by Vincent.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Hachimura, the screen. Here's Reeves, and again it's the Lakers.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Shots good by Kennard.
And Kennard is a smart offensive player, one who takes whatever shot the defense gives him.
Here's Vincent, guarded by Pippen, to the middle. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Now Aldama. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Well, and he was also doing a great job feeding his teammates, racking up the assists. So important to team chemistry.
Los Angeles leading by 11. Reeves outside. Hachimura with a screen on Jackson. Vanderbilt the pass to Reeves. Back to Vanderbilt. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Vanderbilt's got the lead up to 13 now for the Lakers. And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys.
Here they come, fans. Your Grizzlies partner, Grizzlies.
Some changes for Memphis. Wells comes in for Santi Aldama. And Conchar subbed in for Luke Kennard. And then for Los Angeles, Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Rui Hachimura. And Goodwin subbed in for Connect. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to Huff. Outside Pippen. Looking for Finney-Smith, and he gets it there. Here's Vincent, guarded by Pippen. Vincent up top. 8 points his last outing. Here's the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Reeves. And it's blocked. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Payne's checked in for Memphis. And the Lakers also making a switch. James is checked in. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And a look at the block shot number over the last few seasons for Jaren Jackson.
The blocks just aren't coming for him nearly as much as they were a few years ago. I think he's lost a little something in terms of that intimidation factor and that ability to change a game with his interior defense, and that's too bad.
Pass to Bane. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Lock at 6. Here's Finney Smith. Lays it up and banks it in. Finney Smith's got 9.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Pass to Wells. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Bane against Reeves. Bane, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
To the left wing. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Back to Vanderbilt. To the paint. Here's LeBron. And that one goes. Feeding him with the lead pass.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
To end the cold streak. Bane, no good.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
LeBron outside. To the inside. Wells with the steal. Pass to Bane. Reeves against Pippen. Over Reeves. And another miss by Memphis. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Count that one.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
On the wing, Jackson. Back to Pippen. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Looking at Memphis, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, they had a hard time getting the looks they wanted on offense, and it's hard to get a win when that's the case.
The Lakers with the rebound.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Pass to LeBron. Picked by Finney Smith. Fires from deep. And it's LeBron James with the 3. James has got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. The Grizzlies shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
The first free throw is good. Jamorant, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. And then for Los Angeles, Hachimura, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. Goodwin comes in for Austin Reeves. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Vincent. And he makes the first but misses the second.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Pippen with a wide open look. Connects from three-point range. Pippen's got 7 points in the game.
What a passer Bane has become.
Doncic with a screen on Morant. Goodwin kicks to LeBron. Pass to Doncic. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. 12 points for him.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
LeBron kicks to Hachimura. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Grizzlies trail by 19. And here is Bane. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Here's Morant. Up and in on the layup.
Yeah, it's so tough to knock Morant off balance, and he's so talented at keeping his focus on the basket.
Doncic outside. Puts up a three. It's good, and it's his sixth make against 11 attempts.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Pass to Huff. Back to Morant. Crosses over, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, he's looking pretty much unstoppable. Morant making the defense regret that physicality.
Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Aldama's checked in. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down one, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
And this is who James is, a guy who's always looking to pass it and involve his teammates.
Morant passes to Huff. Outside, Bane to the middle. Out to Morant. Pass to Bane. Here's Wells. That three off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Here's Doncic. Aldama with the rebound.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Goes back up, and the layup is up and in. Aldama's got 7.
Yeah, terrific work by Aldama to save that possession.
Los Angeles leading by 18. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, DA. Thank you. Bane finds Aldama. From deep three-point land, and it's Morant missing.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Over to the wing. Now here's Wells. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Down low, here's James. And the dunk by LeBron.
Oh, filling it up. James doing it all.
Morant outside. Misses in close. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Lakers. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Taylor Jenkins is here with us in the second quarter, Coach. Tough sledding at both ends of the floor. How do you fix it?
You know, it hurts our offense when we're not able to get stops and get out and running. So not a good quarter for us. You know, we just got to keep being aggressive defensively, be a little bit more disciplined.
And we'll see if that can pick up as the game continues. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Los Angeles Lakers.
And you look at the numbers. They're playing so well offensively. Nice flow. Only a few wasted possessions, guys.
And if they continue on this track, they're pulling away down the stretch. Mark my words.
Okay, so now let's talk about that point guard matchup from the first half.
Uh-oh, there's a duel at the point guard position, really testing each other's ability to run things. Cerebral battle.
You see, in basketball, Ernie, point guard is like chess. The center play, well, it's a little simpler, like checkers.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Outside, the wings are Reeves and James. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Hayes. And it's Doncic in at the 1.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Outside, Payne. Back to Morant. Looking to get it going. And he sinks the layup. Morant's got 16.
Well, keeping his composure against defensive pressure inside. Nice work there by Morant.
Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Jackson. And they double up Doncic. No good from Finney-Smith. And for Memphis, they're shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Morant against Doncic. Kept alive. 80. The layup off target. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Lakers. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. Start a 3-game homestand with that game. And they double up Doncic. Inside, Hayes dishes to James. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
And nice touch from the inside. I'm a fan of when LeBron just burrows his way inside and takes advantage.
Jackson kicks to Wells. And a miss there on the triple.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. This is his first free throw of the game.
and he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Free throw good, Reeves. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But you missed the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet. There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Here's James. Wells grabs the miss. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And it's Morant missing.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
Back to Doncic. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Luka Doncic, one shot.
Eye-popping talent from Doncic. We don't see many players with his size and skill set.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Let me hear you right now.
And now let's find out which teams excelled from the free throw line in the season's second half. Number 1, the Grizzlies.
They are really dialed in at the line, especially since the break. I mean, really shooting an impressive percentage from the line.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Here's Bane. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Austin Reeves picks one up. And, you know, Stan, we've watched Desmond Bane evolve into a number 1 option on offense. He's always been there, but now he really is at the top of the heap.
Yeah, he sure is. Look, Kevin, you know, he came into the league as a three-point shooter, and he's a great one. But he's developed his game off the dribble, very good mid-range shooter, and he's strong enough to finish around the rim. Well, you know, Bane came into this league a terrific shooter. Now he's a terrific scorer. He can do it all.
He hits the second from the line. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. From deep, James. Shot is no good. Now 9 for 13 from the floor. Morant passes to Bane. And he comes up with the deuce. Bane's got his second basket of the night.
Just look at the body of Bane. He's so strong, and that helps him down low.
Back to Doncic. And again, the Lakers no good. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And finished up by Morant.
Well, this kind of performance from Morant doesn't surprise anyone. He can score with the best of them.
Payne against Reeves. Doncic with it. He's got 21. 5 to shoot. This one for 3.
Great job staying close by Payne. As good a defensive guard as you'll see.
Morant against Doncic. Payne sets the screen for Morant. Banked in off the glass. Morant's got 22 points.
Well, Morant has all the moves to find a way to score in there.
Reeves outside. Back to Doncic. Over Morant. No good off the front iron.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the three. Shooting has been a big part of their game plan tonight.
The free throw drops for Wells. And the Lakers with possession here. They have a 19-point lead. Reeves against Payne. LeBron with a screen on Payne. Here's Reeves. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Luka Doncic. He's getting around 28 points per, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. And he is such a huge part of what this team does on offense.
Yeah, their entire system would look different if they didn't have this guy to depend on.
No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Outside Jackson. A rebound by the Lakers. Here's Reeves. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 5th assist in this one. The Grizzlies have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Pass to Payne. Jackson setting the pick here for Payne. Good on the three-point shot. Payne's got 9.
Yeah, Payne is dangerous from three-point land. The defense has to chase him off that line.
LeBron kicks to Hayes. Here's Finney-Smith. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first. Well, and after making just 1 triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
And here's Reeves outside. Grizzlies with the rebound. Wells has got 4 rebounds in this game. Memphis moving it around. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Austin Reeves picks one up.
Such a hard worker. Payne was ready for any physicality that came his way.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
Back to Doncic. Shoots over Morant, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's deflected. Here's Edey, covered by Hayes. It's good.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Doncic against Morant. Shoots it up. Doncic, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Here's Bane. And he can't bank that one in. Lakers have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Personal foul. 14 foul.
Vanderbilt against Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Here's James. Aldama with the rebound. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Shoots from 14. Morant with the bucket. 24 points for John Morant.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Here's LeBron, and it's good. He's made 2 for every one he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Doncic against Morant. It's tipped. Shoots over Aldama, and LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Reeves.
Austin Reeves.
Reeves has got his 5th assist in this one. Jackson a screen on Doncic. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Well, Morant just put so much pressure on the defense to make a choice on that pick and roll.
Lakers leading by 20. Reeves outside. Let's go. Again, Los Angeles.
Man, boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Hits the three-point bomb. Baines got 11 points here in just the second half. Doncic passes to Reeves. Here's James. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Aldama, covered by LeBron. Pass to Edey. Outside Jackson. Off target from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And it's Doncic missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Outside Jackson. Lets it go with a 3. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 5th assist in this one. Reeves against Bane on the wing. Doncic. 50 seconds left to play in the third. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And so confident, even amongst the trees. Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
And he makes the first. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Huff's jacked in. Wells comes in for Santi Aldama. Kennard, he's checked in for Bain. And Pippen subbed in for Morant. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Lakers. Connect comes in for LeBron. All free throws good from Doncic. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Kennard. And here is Wells. Back to Kennard. Wells sets the pick for Kennard. From outside, off the mark.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Clearly a foul.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
At the line for the Lakers, Dorian Finney-Smith, 2 shots.
The first one falls. He's off on the second. The Grizzlies trail by 19. It's Pippen on the way. Defended by Vincent. Here's Kennard. Wells sets the pick for Kennard. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers taking a 19-point lead into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more in store for you right after this. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guards. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And for Memphis, they're shooting well. They're at 45%. Santi Aldama is out there with Wells. Then it's Pippen. Then there's Desmond Bain. And it's Huff in at the 5, down low. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Pippen sets a screen for Bain. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Jarrett Henry at the line for
1. On the free throw, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 18. Here's Bain. Vincent with the rebound. The Lakers shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Vanderbilt with the screen. Vincent's shot is good. Vincent's got his first basket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Huff. And the NBA helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
Pippen, the pass to Huff. Aldama with the ball. Pass to Pippen. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Payne. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's LeBron. It's rebounded by Memphis. Aldama's got 7 rebounds in the game. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Pass to Wells. Launches it. And another miss by Memphis. Lakers leading by 22. Outside, James. Vincent the pass to LeBron. Over Wells. James, no good. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Memphis. The shot by Wells, no good. And there's the drive. Vincent misses. Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Now Pippen. Pass to Huff. Now here's Bain. Bangs home the trifecta. Bain's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Memphis.
Smooth and fast release from Bain that time.
LeBron James on the wing. From the low block, and the bank shot is good. LeBron's got 11 in the second half.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Pass to Pippen. For 3, and again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's Finney Smith. Lakers passing it around. The drive by James. Count it. LeBron's got 30 points.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Pass to Bain. Shoots over Connect. And there's Bain. That's good on the assist by Pippen.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
LeBron left side. And Pippen pulls it down. The Grizzlies trail by 18. And here is Bain. Pippen finds Bain. Now Aldama. Pass to Wells. Here's Pippen. Misses the target. That drops him to 40% now. 4 of 10. Finney Smith with it. LeBron left side. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And LeBron used to getting hit. This is the level of attention this man attracts from the D.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He has decided it's the right time to talk.
It's that time, Grizzlies fans. Here comes your Grizzlies.
now, let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game, LeBron James.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
And with the playoffs on the horizon, he'll be looking to stay in peak form as long as he can. No good on that one.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
And he sinks the second. And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies, trailing by 19. Edey gets the bucket.
Yeah, anyone can appreciate the skillfulness of Morant's passing.
Pass to James. Back to Doncic. And they double up Doncic. There's the triple. James misses.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving.
Kennard, the pass to Bain. Down low, and so the ball's out of bounds. Hachimura touched it last. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Monday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Houston Rockets. Then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
And you know, for that matchup with Oklahoma City, I think this squad has the confidence that they can play to their strengths against them. And even though they're going after the #1 team right now in our league, they feel they can get the W.
Pass to Doncic. From downtown, drills the three-pointer. Doncic has got 10 points in just the second half.
And the defense has to be aggressive with Luka from range. Give him any space, and he is looking to pull.
Bain with it. Wells with it. James covering. There's Jackson with the three. Reeves with the rebound. Reeves has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
Doncic against Morant. He takes it in, uses the glass to finish the layup. Morant's got 26 points.
Well, it's almost impossible to stay in front of Morant. He's just so quick on the drive.
And a wide-open look for James. And it's off from three-point range. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Now here's Morant. Outside, Bain. Morant with the screen on Reed. And a wide-open look for Bain. Edey. Outside for Jackson. It's good from long range.
And that is why Triple J is a stretch 5. He doesn't clog the lane. Jaren really helps to space the floor.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And he hits the jumper for 2. Doncic has got 5 points now this quarter.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
Luka Doncic, shooting 1.
Doncic, no good on the free throw. Well, Stan, the NBA awards impact so much on these players and what they think they can acquire and achieve. How do you feel about the structure of award voting?
Well, right now, Kevin, there's about 100 panelists that each get a vote, and that seems like as good approach as any. Certainly, I need to be on that panel, and, you know, I mean, I think we'd probably get more worthy award winners if they would just let me pick them myself.
Well, you know, they make your picks public, and a lot of times voters are uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. I'm used to people disagreeing with me anyway. I have a family, Kevin.
Over to the left wing, and there's the whistle, 3-second violation. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Hachimura, he's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Vanderbilt comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Goodwin's checked in for LeBron. And it's Jake Milton in for Austin Reeves. Doncic against Kennard. Hachimura setting the pick for Doncic. Hits it from three-point range. Doncic has got 17 now just in the second half.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finish with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Luka Doncic.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And that one's good. Hachimura.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Outside Pippen, and so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. LeBron, you looked aggressive out there. How did you get to your groove tonight?
The defense set the tone for not only myself but for our team. And, you know, offensively, we were still trying to figure it out. So I felt there was need for me to kind of turn up the pressure a little bit offensively, see if I could get something going to the hoop, get into a good flow, and I was able to do that.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun to watch, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, LeBron James.